Video games are our friends. We play together, we laugh together, and we grow together. But sometimes, you just wanna snack 'em for their own good, or they're being a dumbass. Love can never be genuine if it's missing any of the big emotions. And anger is never small. It may feel like I'm treading dirty water. Didn't I kinda do this thing back in 2015? Well, yeah, it's the same idea really. Just another excuse to have that fury. These are the kind of things that annoy me in games. That's not to say they're not justified, but the bottom line is that they piss me off. 3 rules this time. They can't be actions of the player base, no technical hiccups are allowed, and anything from 2015's top 10 worst cliches is a no-no. You get it, so let's see it. Onward! Of the many languages out there, most remain detached from circumstance, whilst we think the universe speaks, and the word fun is heard by all. The universal language. Video games epitomize the discovery of one's fun, and allows for so much freedom in your pursuit. So the last thing the adventurous gamer needs is confinement. Right, Mr. Auto-Scroll Level? Prison is no fairy tale world.
Hey boy, what are you in for?
Pressing the start button.
Ooh, them shower boys might just kill you for that.
Please do. I'd like to have a nice long chat with the fucker who first thought of this. Hazards within the ever fundamental course range greatly. Enemies? Classic. The layout?
Excellent choice, good sir.
And the screen? Who put you on the planet, Mr. Man? Pardon moi, my Spanish sucks, but can I maybe work my own legs? Nothing says whoopee like some slow-ass camera panning. Auto-scrolling levels have one goal in life: to circumcise all understanding of the word pace and force you into bullshit you wouldn't even ask for as a joke, rather than letting the player do their own thing. I shudder at the thought. These atrocious excuses for interactive joy encase the stage in some kind of psychic cage set to the speed of a tree down a predetermined conveyor belt, which traps, tortures, and kills the very thought of progressing on your own and turns the pursuit of fun into a round of blindfolded NASCAR. Death via suddenly moving TV screen is an embarrassing way to go. Fuck! Every time I have to slog through this particular breed of shitfest just reminds me, what's the point of this? I've never played an auto-scroll level and thought, man, I loved how I couldn't stand still. Is it just to make things harder? Fuck you. Waste is a strong word. By definition, it's not the kind of thing one would want in their image of the perfect world. The hatred for wasting all hinges on what exactly you value. For me, time's the big one. Can't make that back at all. So no, I won't ever bury any hatchet belonging to a no-good, dirty, rotten, pig-raping, cheapskate time waster. Oh, you motherfucker! Okay, it's official. Logan's gone all shitlord on us. Now on Amazon, his long-gone dignity. Gimme that. Look, I may risk some face as I pick the gripes from this specific vine, but it's worth it. Enemies that heal themselves, or worse, more dangerous enemies, are evolutionarily adept at pissing us off. Eye for an eye suggests this to be fair game. I mean, we can heal. Shouldn't they be able to? Of course, 'tis a necessary evil, but it's the evil I'm fighting with. All the hard work put towards the demise of your would-be foe multiplies the enjoyment, but the eventual HP restoration submerges that good time in an inescapable tsunami of salt and many dropped F-bombs. Same goes for passive health regen. Was taking damage an idea that needed to be bubble wrapped? It just subtracts from the challenge. I'm looking at you, Halo. It wastes your time. That's all it ever does. And as evidenced by Medic and Girl Medic, man, does it fucking work. Goddamn motherfucking pocketing piece of shit! It's the gaming equivalent of sleep. In essence, something that steals precious time from us, and definitely something many of us would like to wish away. But we need it, yo. I want to rank this higher, but I'm already bordering on unpleasable jackass with this segment. I guess we good, healing enemies. Fuck your couch, though. Why can't they let us have nice things? Off-screen life's regarded as quite the stingy douche, says all the faces. Sage wisdom indeed. Stuff you earn IRL comes wearing the dreaded warning label. Caution, might break. And a complimentary fuck you. Can the art maybe, I don't know, not imitate the life this time? Yeah, right. I don't take too kindly to Dr. Realism sticking his 4K pocket monster in my $60 buddies. From time killer to fun killer, any instance where a fundamental object that I require can and will break funds my bitch and moan Kickstarter. Pledge now, and I will start kicking. Be it a cool weapon, a mandatory tool, fuck, even armor, wear and tear, plagues. One of the most basic threads of the game. Was that? Didn't know your sword had ammo? Ha! Dumbass. True to its description, this particular mechanic is a double-edged sword that's easily broken. On one hand, it provides a strong sense of value towards your inventory and forcefully teaches you to stay resourceful. There are times when that's cool, but many, many more times where a spiked flail up the ass sounds more fun. I'll give Fire Emblem the pass, at least it's built itself around the whole idea. But most games make it more of an inconvenience than an admirable design choice, not to mention it's a tacky way to fatten up the difficulty. Fuck you, Dark Souls. To me, this just says, oh, you're having fun? Cool, take a break. This is especially obnoxious in a game that has badass weapons galore. Sup, Breath of the Wild? Bow before the mighty Master Sword! Shattered. Gone. Just like my hopes and dreams. As much as I hate this, I at least understand why others don't. I can't in all good sense rank this any higher. You're getting off easy here, you lucky fuck. It bears repeating. I hate when games try being realistic. Nobody here ordered the petty spaghetti, but someone's gonna fucking eat it. I find that the further apart virtual us is from real life us, the stronger the appeal. I'm already a plain ass fuck of a pasty meatbag. Why would I pay to get hammered down by nature's bullshit scented mitts anywhere else? Because I have to. The very idea of fall damage has always bothered me. What kind of necessity is filled by giving a fictional pair of feet the fortitude of a plastic sippy cup? Never spills my now broken ass. Who gon' fix it? I may just pay them in given fucks. Oh yeah, sure. This'll please those weirdos that fap to the gods of contrived realism, bukkake all over their virtual getaway. But what about those stupid dumb idiots that like to, I don't know, not morph into a pancake? This is one of the stupidest hazards you could possibly go with. Enemies? Hell no. Lava? No comprende. Explosives? You kidding? The ground. Now that's the hot ticket. I mean, sure, we all need something to fear, I guess. But there ain't no bitchier way to go than accidentally killing yourself. For games all about survival, I guess it's okay. But what's the deal with 3D platformers? I swear they have a fetish for this. Not to kink shame or anything, but can't you guys get off to anything else? Stuffed animals, jelly donuts, Fawful's Minion fan art, fucking anything but crushed legs. Yes, it makes sense. There's logic to it. But every damn day's already stuffing shovelfuls of that down my real throat. I can jump off a real building if I wanted that same quality fun. Dumb shit like this is starting to tempt me, not gonna lie. Marco Polo fucking YOLO! Challenge is a beautiful thing, my friends. The voyage through adversity remains the purest rite of triumph for all trailblazers. There's nothing more gratifying than tackling your goal at full speed, tuck and rolling through the pits of hell, and emerge victorious on the other end. The journey, man. Grueling. Epic. The best hours of my life! Where fun go? F is for fuck you. Thanks for your money. U is for unfair bullshit. N is for never-ending pain and screams of rage down here in the deep dark pit. You know, looking closer at this, I'd rather take on the fire and uranium. Bombs. Does anybody out there actually like instant kills? I'm genuinely curious. Bottomless pits, spikes, crushing walls, God forbid some motherfucking giant unkillable enemy. I'm a broken record. This is one of the sad truths all of us gotta live with. Life can randomly just end at any time. You come back from beyond the grave, look back and think, wow, that was stupid. Only difference? One's quick and painless. The other stings for all the hours. Not only is this shit a common drag and drop standard amongst game developers, it makes you feel like you've been cheated. Jack Diddley Squiddy Squat can be done about it, and you couldn't find any closer example of a shut-off switch for fun. Being unable to fight this sucks, moldy nutsack. Just seems like a convenient way to piss off the player without much effort. If the bulk of the game's challenge stems from this kind of crap, hard may not be the right word for it. It's just cheap. As badly as some of us yearn to soar, it pays to stay grounded. Never forget that all that art high above us is made by us. Mortals, as much as we try, a choice deemed questionable is never far behind. But that's fine. I care less about the who and the what, and more so the why. Yes, fucking why! I don't. You know that one thing that rots and ferments in the back of your mind, where you have to wonder, is this a problem, or am I just full of shit? As dick-hardening as Metroid's exploration is, the combat has its fair share of stiffening prowess. Who doesn't like packing sophisticated alien heat all over faces only a mother brain could love? But leave it to the sequel of objectively the best in the series to slap a harness on the underdog. Prime 2 pulled a jerk move by forcing you to conserve ammo for all 3 of the unlockable beams, all of which are criminally badass and unique, might I add. Be it dark, light, or annihilator, never can you indulge in a round of Space Rambo without draining your already limited clip, which bogs down the ordinarily stimulating gunplay and treats your new exciting toys like situational tools. Okay, Retro, I'll bite. May crack a tooth, but I trust you to have good reason. Hey, it's cool. Metroid fan here. Waiting's my crack. Death by overdose looms over, 'cause you ain't gettin' no damn reason. This is actually starting to piss me off. Beam ammo is only there to take. You add nothing but aimless resource management onto an action-adventure series loved for its weaponry. What were you honestly trying to achieve? More stuff to collect. It'll be fun. Suck my morph balls. Funny how a titanic ass load of small annoyances in one lesser game is deafened by just one annoyance in a favorite game. Seems this is a boat we're all in, because complaining about the games we love is how we show that love. Prepare to sink For this is the SS Rage. How much of a match would all the fun in the world be for the most obnoxious thing in all of modern esports? Y'all know me, one of the leading advocates in Smash 4 reverence. The characters, the presentation, and at least compared to his washed up pops, and I can't believe he can still walk, Grandpappy, the balance. Every character can do it! And ranks are pretty much judged on difficulty. I won't be convinced. But, there's always a but. Rage happened. While invisible to the casual eye, every character wears their own Lucario fursuit, replicating the knockback growth through damage taken found in Aura. The deeper the scars, the harder the punch. This helps those who lack reliable kill moves or setups, a long ignored problem throughout the years. But that costs more than we realize. The tougher jobs got easier. Awesome! But now the do-nothing jobs border on royalty. Fuck this game! Moves with already high base knockback are jacked up to the point of near insta-kill. So, you're going to punish me for having the percent lead. Playing well now comes with a risk? Are you out of your mind? The problems that Rage introduces border on anti-competitive. Not only are there characters who don't deserve the benefits, it mutates the annoying into the toxic. Fuck you, Cloud. Fuck you, Zero Suit. Fuck you, Luma. Fuck you, Mario. And the worst thing is how good this is for some characters. But if having it around means I can die at 0, maybe the Rage should itself rage quit. Ask yourselves this: how much is too much? The coolest thing about our little slice of media is how varied those answers turn out. Gamer A says, "Oh, live and let live, Grumpykins," whilst Gamer B still bitching about Mario's nips. Me, personally, I can deal with lots of shit before feeling the need to roar. Physical pain, though? Wouldn't you know, I love games. All I ask is to be loved back. You wanna hurt me, you scathing tart? Take out your mitts, then. Oh, that's evil. By simply requiring the need to turbo poke the godforsaken buttons, any scumbag game that pulls this shit is selling the blame to your dumbass. All sales are final. Oh, don't look at me. You're the one ape-shitting on the controller. Now the game's playing me. Soviet Russia's a bitch. Do I have to jackhammer this into your extra thick skull, developers? There is nothing fun about sending your arm to Camp Cramp. Why you feel the need to do this isn't on my list of shit I must give. There's a serious problem when the hyper-tolerant, good-preaching bitch boy that pledges his heart and soul to the N64 is sick of your shit. Is this the only way you can immerse your audience into the scene, furiously woodpeckering one input? Thanks. Now I'm qualified to jerk off the Flash. Not only does button mashing hurt, it's one of the most mindless choices in all game design. Unimpressive, unenjoyable, and unbelievable how common it became. True, not everything has to be deep and intricate, but give me a break. No pain, no gain. Assholes. Nobody likes feeling powerless. Disembowelment of ye who holdeth controller's control is more common than I would like. Forced helplessness can have its joys, if only cause it pushes you towards the power you need. You know, something to look forward to.
So being pushed into everything must make everything fun!
Buddy, who pours your drinks? Think your punch was spiked. irony. My favorite! I've never once heard someone sing the praises of the knockback mechanic. It's always this ear rape flavored concoction of banshee-like screams and salty swearing set to the Super Saiyan filter. It's amazing how something so simple can shred years off your life expectancy, but it does. This stupid-ass little piston within the physics engine supplies the thrust we apparently really need. Ain't no joyride complete without inescapable death in what's undoubtedly the cheapest approach in magnifying the difficulty. The primitive ploy of pushing the player away is not and never will be pleasant. Never does touching an enemy result in a mere loss of health. No, they have to fucking force push your ass like you just tackled Flubber, often into other, more punishing hazards, which, might I stress, gift wraps your pathetic little ass to both fall damage and instant death. All the while, you can't do shit about it, with the absolute worst offenders taking it far enough to render the health bar irrelevant. Fuck. Fuck! When you stop to analyze this, it's hardly any different from the universally maligned stun mechanic. Removing your inputs as a factor is the douchebag way out. Yes, some games have it worse than others, but I can't believe how long it's lasted. Games still do this shit. Just let it die. It's easy to assume that our passion offers little to no depth, but those truly a part of it knows there to be a balance of power. The game, essence of all. The player, keeper of power. And the third, bringer of chaos. We know it, we live it, and we fucking hate it. RNG. They say skill always beats luck. Even doctors struggle to break in this kind of news. RNGesus is not our Lord, he is not our Savior, and we're the ones who die, sins or no sins. The lifeblood of our games is a sea of numbers, deep, beautiful, and more sophisticated than many will ever know. Would not but one of these numbers generate randomly, you will see true chaos at work. RNG, also known as random number generation, is the layman's term for random bullshit. If I need to enlighten any of you on why this shit is the eater of all sanity, there goes your gamer card, leaving anything in the unmerciful grip of Lady Luck. Sharks all player influence, in turn rendering that controller as nothing but a dressed up lie. Hold up, I'm sorry. Is my input nothing but a suggestion to you? Must I take your all-powerful foot up my all-feeble ass and then beg for more? Random crits, random miss, random death, random game, random enemy patterns, random fuck you, random I hate my life! With even the highest of skill and sweetest of karma, all players are powerless to fight. It's inevitable, and it's goddamn everywhere! RNG will always be our greatest enemy, and our bestest friend. Like it or not, luck is the spice in all those extra lives. Power doesn't belong in a single place, and for as much as it can suck, we couldn't have it any other way. This is being Fawful's Minion, and those were my words. May we meet again!